Hey guys, we're here from New Orleans, Super Bowl 59 on Radio Row with Jayden Daniels from the Washington Commanders, quarterback, likely offensive rookie of the year. Great season. And here on behalf of Invisalign, Jayden, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How y'all doing?
We're doing really good.
I noticed you tried not to smile at that potential offensive rookie of the year comment.
Right, you're here for Invisalign. I would see the smile. My wife actually just started Invisalign,
Really?
so it's kind of perfect. She loves it. Yeah, I already see a difference about halfway through. So yeah, but
Awesome.
nice little coincidence there. But no, we're so excited to have you here. Really, we want to just talk ball. Our show's Football 301, so we'll get into it a little bit. I was really fascinated you going from LSU with Mike Denbrock's offense, and then jumping into the NFL and going with Cliff Kingsbury. What are the differences going from there? Because Cliff was a college offense, even though it has a lot of real professional stuff to it.
Yeah.
What are just some of the differences going from Denbrock to Kingsbury and that transition to the NFL?
I think it was some similarities, but I'd say the difference is obviously like the verbiage of play calls and stuff like that. Everybody's concepts are universal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's where it's the same, but I'll say like the verbiage and everything, how they call plays, formationally and stuff like that, especially in college, like it's boundary and field.
That's
NFL is like you're almost in the middle of every play.
Always. Yep, that with the hashes and everything. So was the verbiage a little shorter with Cliff in the offense this year?
No, it was longer.
Really interesting.
It was longer.
I mean,
Cliff is not like where it's like a super long play call.
Yeah.
But it could get up there for sure.
you guys are able to get to so much out of tempo.
Yeah.
So that's what I always was really fascinated with. And that's just something you guys work on so much and just working on
that's
code words.
something where like Cliff was like, hey, we don't have to go fast every play,
Right.
but let's give them the threat that we're going to line up on the line of scrimmage and snap the ball anytime.
Yeah, the control you have has just been amazing. I know Charles got a couple questions for you too. So
Yeah, this draft was a little bit different in terms of like the age we've seen prospects come into the draft, especially with what we've called the COVID kids who got that extra year. So it's guys, you, Bo Nix, both of you had great rookie years. Michael Penix was a top 12 pick this year. Do you think that you guys have maybe changed the conception on guys who spend a little bit longer in college than in the past? Because normally it's been 3 years. If you're longer than 3 years, we're getting a little wary of you, but now the game's changed a little bit.
I think so. I think, like you said, the COVID kids or however anybody wants to label us. I don't think we were really that old.
Right.
We were older than the normal prospect. But, I mean, I went into NFL, I was 23.
Yeah.
So that's pretty young compared to people that was like 30-something.
Right. No Brandon Whedon.
No Brandon Whedon. I was just saying that's exactly.
So, I mean, I think we did. I mean, just how we carried ourselves. And obviously, like, the best experience in life is failure. We fail so many times. We see so many different things. We play so many games. So I think that's kind of the makeup from college to the transition.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Even watching you for Arizona State, you played my Badgers in Vegas. I remember that game. I remember you throwing to Brandon Ayuk at Arizona State, and then also going into LSU. Who's the best receiver you played with? Come on.
You can't put me on the spot like that.
If you had to make a perfect receiver.
Well, I know who thinks they're the best. Brandon, with all those how he's posted about you last summer on Instagram.
Brandon, for sure. I mean, you got Malik.
Yeah.
You got Brian.
Yep.
I played with Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah.
So
you got Terry.
Like, hey, man, I don't know. Terry, that's my receiver.
There you go.
Terry's my receiver. But I mean, I love all those guys individually. They're all my brothers. But let's build a perfect receiver.
Okay.
I'll build them out the receivers I play with. So
there we go.
Got, I would say speed. I'll say Brian.
Okay. Yeah.
That's even a tough one, too.
Yeah, I know. He's legit the fastest guy in the NFL, which is crazy to me.
It's crazy.
I would say, like, intermediate. Let's say releases. I'll say Brandon.
Okay.
Tracking.
Okay.
Terry.
Wow, that's a good group, too.
Terry. Hands. I'll give it to Malik. And I taught them all like their IQ, so they get their IQ.
You taught Terry his IQ?
Nah, I teach Terry. Be Terry, like Terry a little bit. But Brandon, Malik, Brian, Ricky, like, I taught them their IQ. Yeah.
How much did it matter having someone like Terry for your rookie year? Because if I'm correct, he had the most like tightly contested touchdown catches in the NFL this year. So how did you guys build that trust in such a short manner of time where you could be that productive?
I think that just came from like conversations. Like Terry's really good at conversating and expressing himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the work after practice. Like we would sit up there, we'll get throws after practice, and really just talk through stuff.
That's awesome. Did you, when you're throwing with the trust with Terry too, are you have the freedom to signal stuff to him as
For
well?
sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I kind of noticed that on film a little bit. Was the Bengals one?
Bengals one was Terry. On the sideline, it was like we had called a timeout, so he had came to me like, "This one I'm gonna do."
Okay.
So trust that, but.
God. I remember you in preseason. You signaled like 5 verts on a play.
I would say the one for me was the 4th and 2 in Tampa Bay, the touchdown to Terry.
Yeah,
I changed the route.
That's awesome. All right, we can't wait to pull that clip. Actually, speaking of Tampa Bay,
yes, we got to ask you about this.
You took a little hit in that game, but I thought you've done a good job. Well, remember going in between the tackles, especially too. I thought you did a great job, kind of like really taking care of yourself, avoiding hits. I mean, shoot, even against the Eagles, you scored on that option play. Somehow didn't even get touched in between it. But just want to talk about that hit, maybe that adjustment to the NFL, maybe that welcome to the NFL moment that you maybe have.
Welcome to the NFL moment. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know.
It wasn't getting rocked on the sideline like that.
Tampa, nah. That was a good hit. I give it to it. Like they get a good hit on me, that's a good hit.
Yeah. You bounce right back up.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I just moved on to the next play. But I'll say from there, I want to say like my welcome to NFL moment was like I walked on the field as a captain for the first time against the Browns and see how like Myles Garrett looked. I was like, there's no way, like this is a NFL, a human being.
Right.
I think everyone who plays him says that too.
Right.
No, but Jayden, thank you so much for joining us, man. This was great. Jayden Daniels, Washington Commanders quarterback, here on behalf of Invisalign. We're here from Super Bowl in New Orleans. Thank you so much. See you guys next time.
I appreciate it.